It's been a little bit since I've done new tools. Basically from moving from Texas to here, I just haven't really bought a lot of stuff, but been here about 3 months now, and we got kind of settled. So I've been buying some stuff. I acquired some more stuff. The last new tools video was back when I still had the 3500 Ram when I worked for Black Flag. So let me turn the camera on here and show you some of the new tools that I've acquired. Okay, so starting here, this isn't really new. I've had this in my tool bag in the house for probably about 8 months, but since I've been working on that cab, the rollover machine, I think I've posted about it. I'll put a picture. I have needed, this is an Impact, so I've needed this. The little M12 one I had was just a screw gun. It was not an Impact. So I put the screw gun in my tool bag in the house, and I took the Impact and put it in the service truck. It's not really new, but I'm still going to include it. I showed this in a short. I got my YouTube money a couple weeks ago, and I've been kind of wanting one of these for a while. This is the M12 right angle Impact, and Home Depot had the deal where you buy the tool, you get the 2 3-amp-hour batteries for free. So I put one on this tool and I put one on the Ratchet. So I got that. Been using this. This is fairly new. I've been using this. This thing's actually really handy. And yes, the torque is not maybe the best, but it fits in a lot of spots that the other Impact won't fit in, and the Ratchet won't break it loose. I got this from work. It's the TY16431. It's a Metric port O-ring kit, which is basically Metric O-ring boss. I was working on a 9RX tractor, and one of the sensors was a Metric O-ring boss, and I didn't know that. And this kit here, which I've probably showed this before, but this is just kind of a standard kit. A lot of people have these, but it doesn't have Metric O-ring, so I picked this kit up. But it's only like $43, so if you need it, yes, you could probably buy it on eBay cheaper or whatever, but I just got it at work because it was easier. I picked these up from Harbor Freight. I needed these for something. I don't remember what they were. They're like $3.99. So I got these. Haven't even opened them yet. And then I showed this in a short as well, but I had a knock sensor, or not a knock sensor, excuse me. I had a temperature sensor strip out on a DOC, and it was a whole thing about it. But they actually do make a kit like this. So this is the Snapon RNDSL7. Snapon does not make this kit. I think SP is the OEM, but I just got it from a Snapon guy because it was easier, and it wasn't really that much more money. But it's thread chasers for EGTs, and it goes, it says it right here, it's 12 1.0, 12 1.25, 12 1.5, 14 1.25, 14 1.5, and 16 1.5. And then it also comes with this cool little adapter that's got the square, and then it's got a 9/16 hex on the outside. So pick that up. And then I also picked up this, which is the M20 by 1.5. It's for knock sensors. It's basically the same thing. And you could technically, I guess, make a tap to work, but the knock sensors, you could just kind of use a regular tap because the hole goes all the way through. But on the EGTs, you cannot, because they're a bottom, like they're a blind hole, and you can't use a bottoming tap just because the first, half inch of a bottoming tap is tapered. So you have to use these where they're straight, and then there's somewhere for the chips to go. So I got that, and then picked up this O-ring pick set, the Snap-on ones. I had the channel lock set, which I still have them, but I broke like 3 of them in one day, and I figured I'll just get the Snap-on ones, easier to warranty. Picked me up one of these. I had one of these a long time ago, but I didn't like the screwdriver handle, basically the hard handle, so I picked one up. It's the Snap-on MP or F80 MP. Hopefully it'll focus. And it's just the multi-position ratchet, but I got the one with the regular chrome handle because that's how I like it. And then I needed this particular crow's foot. This is a 15/16, but I got the whole icon set. It goes 3/8 to 1 inch, and I needed this one for those coolant lines on the PACCAR engines when I work for Joe, but I figured I'd still buy the set, and I've used every one except for the 15/16. So that was a deal. The icon, I think the set's like $40, maybe $50. I'm not exactly sure. And then I picked this up. This is a Snap-on 1 5/8 crow's foot, but I actually meant to get an 1 3/8, and I just realized that right now because Let me walk over here. I picked this one up years ago. I've had this one for years. This is a Williams 1 5/8, and I need, so 1 5/8 is -16 hoses, and then 1 3/8 is -12 hoses. And I thought this one was 1 3/8, but it's actually 1 5/8. So now I have two. So I think I'm gonna sell one of them and then get the one that I need. Okay, it was a few days later. I realized there was a couple things I forgot to say in the video. So I picked this up, PHG 68B. It's just a short air hammer bit that's kind of the flat, like a beating bit, I guess. So I picked these up. I have a couple of these Snap-on bits. They're honestly not that expensive. I think this was $60-something. But they are guaranteed for life. So if you break it, you just turn it in and they give you a new one. Like my long one, I broke that one a bunch of times and got a new one. I have an IR Air Impact, or Air Hammer. And I like the Air Hammer, but the bits are just, they're so soft as where these last. They don't really dull, they just break. So I think these are a good deal. Pick that up. I picked this Coast light. There's a part number on it. Picked this up. It's a headlamp. It's just a USB-C rechargeable little headlamp with, it's got green and red LEDs on it. Pick that up. And then this is a John Deere tool. There's the part number, TY27858. It's for those filter wrenches on the final fours. On the 6/8s and the 4/5s, they have those, the filters with this style, like right on the top, there's this style little notches, and it's basically on the final fours. The IT4s use a different filter, but I've also been told that the case filters use this same exact wrench. I'm not sure about that, but Lyle makes one which is just the 3/8 drive. It's not, doesn't have the handle, and it's kind of thin and you kind of bend them. So this John Deere one's a little thicker. I think this thing was like 30-40 bucks or whatever. It's got the 1/2 inch here, and then it has the 3/8 here. So that's new tools for, I guess, October. Hope you liked the video. You know, like, subscribe. There's also a join button down below if anybody would like to join, become a channel member. Thank you.